now. Good afternoon, Tim Randall from Links Magazine's broadcasting from kitchen table in sunny Tavistock. And now I'm joined by Cassandra Miles from MBC Accountants, which are based in Oakhampton and Exeter. So hello, Cassandra.
Hi, nice to see you.
What a lovely name.
Thank you.
We can see that you're working from home at the moment.
I am, yes. Excuse the background, yes.
That's all right. I've got this fancy background. Otherwise, you'd have this horrible kitchen wall behind me, so don't worry.
Is airbrushing available or not?
I know. So thank you very much for joining us today. So we're going to talk about MBC Accountants. And I guess the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to tell us what you do, what you offer, and how you're coping and how you're offering this now at the moment during lockdown.
Yeah. Well, we are an accountants, but we're not just accountants. We do everything from bookkeeping, VAT returns, business advice, tax returns, accounts, a whole range of things. We can help people with, with reviewing their internal processes, all that sort of thing. And I'm very pleased to say that hasn't changed during lockdown. We're still able to offer all those services. We're still contactable by all our usual email addresses. The phones have been diverted to myself, so it's normally me that answers the phones in the office, and so it's still me answering them, which is great, because the clients can get to the same person, which is nice. But all the usual emails and things like that. We're sending out the latest government advice and hopefully in English. And then, it doesn't matter whether someone's new or existing client, if they need our support, we're still here. For us as a team, we're talking every day on the phone. We Zoom once a week. We're still the same team, just in slightly different locations. So
yes, yeah. I think we're all getting used to Zooming, aren't we now?
Yes. New skills all round. Yes. I know.
Yeah. And so I wanted to ask you because I'm a small business and I have an accountant, and when you look back, actually, it's extraordinary in the last 6 weeks what we've all had to suddenly take on board and deal with. And, I have to say, having a good accountant with you on this journey has been absolutely so important, because understanding, furloughing, understanding grants that are available, and depending on which grant can I go for, understanding the loans which initially were very confusing, and then certainly for small businesses when the bounce back loan was that seemed to be much more straightforward. Having on your right hand side a really good accountant is absolutely been key.
Yes.
I mean, this has been 6 weeks. The kind of stuff we've dealt with in the last 6 months, we wouldn't expect to deal with in 20 years of business.
No, not at all.
So have you found that you've been able to advise your clients, help them through this period?
Yes, I mean, in some cases, it's just been a case of a phone call. Do I qualify for anything? I've seen all the emails you've been sending. Can you help me? And it's just sometimes just a case of, in some cases, people have said, should I try applying for things? Absolutely. If there's HMRC have got the online eligibility checker, have a look, follow the steps, and then you'll get an answer. But yeah, we're just, we're here on the phone, and in some cases it's just we've been able to help people with the deferring of the VAT payments, and it's obviously up to each individual client whether they choose to defer that. It is an option, but they don't have to take it up. If you've got the cash flow and you want to pay, then carry on. It saves you doing it later on. But if you do need the break, then there is that break there. And it's there, so it's sort of giving them that sort of guidance, which is great to be able to offer that kind of reassurance in this time of complete uncertainty. So.
And indeed, now that the government has started to say, okay, certain sectors can go back to work, and that, particularly 1st of June, retail, etc., and that. It's that juxtaposition, that balancing act of, okay, we're going back to work. I'm bringing furloughed staff back in, maybe not all of them, maybe only one of them, or maybe all of them. And suddenly the government support isn't there anymore then, they're not. So, and trading might be slow to build up. It's a very difficult minefield, isn't it, for business owners at the moment, I think.
yeah, I think the world is going to be forever changed, and hopefully for the better. I think we're all appreciating each other a little bit more, and actually, we're also appreciating what other businesses do and don't do. And I think it's just, it's just about looking after each other, and like you say, the uncertainty of what to do going forward and how to work it, and things like that. And hopefully that's things we can help with, but it's very different for every individual business and every individual trade, and also the staff themselves within that trade. It's some of them might be self-isolating, some might be shielding, some might just be vulnerable, some might just be caring for other people. It's the whole picture that needs to be considered, and and looked at going forward.
Yes, absolutely. It's funny. It's difficult times, but I think you're right. There's been a lot of support and sharing of. I mean, just doing these interviews, actually, these video interviews here. I've done about 20 of them now, and it's fascinating. All different kinds of businesses trying to do different things, and it's been really an eye opener as to what people have been able to achieve, and also that old expression, isn't it? What is it? Necessity is the mother of invention, isn't it? Where I can't operate my business in this way, but I tell you what, I'll operate it in that way and do that. Whether that be delivery, take home food, or delivery food services from restaurants who never did that before. That's a way of keep moving the food and keeping in business. It's very difficult. So you offer all the usual services of an accountant and more.
Yes.
You've mentioned VAT. You do payroll.
Yes, we do.
Payroll, as well. So furloughing staff, you've been able to help with that.
Yes.
You also suggested that you offered advice for businesses and that, just general advice and that.
Yes. Yeah, it's just, if someone has a question, we're still able to, if someone just has a question and they'd like a Zoom meeting with Fiona, our director, she's more than happy to arrange to have a Zoom, have that conversation, and just do anything she can to help. Like I say, it might be something simple as, it might be something that's nothing to do with COVID-19. It could be, I'm not sure whether I need to register for Making Tax Digital. How do I go about doing it? I'm thinking of changing from spreadsheets to accounting software. Is there one you'd recommend? Can you offer training? Yes, we can, absolutely, and we still can.
Yes.
So it's anything like that. We can do anything to streamline processes, cost efficiencies. Just, is it set up? I'm thinking of setting something up. How do I do it? Well, like this. Follow these steps.
Brilliant. So you've obviously got lots of very happy customers already at the moment.
Well, I'd like to think so, yes.
And indeed, there may be people watching this who actually maybe have an accountant, but they don't value them, or whatever, they're thinking of changing. Or they don't have an accountant at the moment and thinking, well, I need one. So how would we get hold of you?
Okay, well, we have our office phone number, which, as I say, is directed through to me. Feel free to give me a call. That's 01837 55482. We have our website. You can pop a note through the door. You can email accounts.oke@mbcaccountants.co.uk.
And the website address is?
The website is My Business Centre Limited, or MBC Accountants. You can Google it, and we'll come up with. And all our we have leaflets like Guide to Setting Up in Business, things like that. They're all on the website as well. So, and things, all the services we offer are all there. So.
Well, look, thank you for inviting us into your lovely home.
You're very welcome.
And is there anything else you think, Cassandra, that we should talk about or mention?
I just think people just need to not give up. Don't give up. If you've got a business and you're self-employed, don't be thinking that my business has failed in this terrible time. Your business hasn't failed. It's simply that people aren't allowed to use your services. Use the time to take a step back and review your processes. Maybe have a look at, if you're thinking of rebranding or designing a new logo, now's a great time to do it. A new website, and anything. Make sure you're applying for everything that you're eligible for from HMRC, but don't lose confidence in your business or what you do. It's just simply, the world will find you again. Think about advertising. If you've got money in the budget to advertise, do so now, so that you're the first person people think of when the world opens up again.
No, you're not an accountant. You're a guru.
I do my best.
You're a lifestyle guru. Well, I think those words are lovely, and they're so true. I mean, even myself, now I've had some dark hours, dark days where I thought, "Oh my God, that's it. It's all over. That's it." But you're absolutely right. Don't give up. These are just unusual circumstances, and and people want to get back to trading and doing business and doing what they were doing before. And if they're a little bit leaner and a little bit keener and a little bit more efficient, then that's all to the good, isn't it? Really. Right. That's it. It's Friday. It's after 5 o'clock. That's got to mean something. Brilliant. We'll just stay there a second, Cassandra. I'm just going to say, well, goodbye, everybody. This is the last interview we're doing for this side of the weekend. So if you've seen this on Friday night, watch this. Have a lovely weekend. We have lots more interviews lined up next week from my kitchen table. But for now, Cassandra from MBC Accountants, thank you very much for joining us. And thank you, everyone.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.